Hey guys, so welcome back. I'm doing a video today, which it's been a long time since I've done a video. My last video, I believe, was about 7 months ago. My summer has been super hectic and it's now November and I've decided to come back. Various things have happened in the summer and that just, I didn't feel as motivated or excited about things that I was once excited about. So at that time I was also working a different job and doing shift work. And therefore, most of my weeks I was working evening shifts and it just really was difficult to find time to do videos and my mood wasn't all that great. So I'm back. I'm doing a foundation review, go figure, on a foundation that I've wanted to try for a very long time. And I actually have splurged on a foundation during the VIB Rouge sale recently where you get 20% off. So with 20% off and a $50 gift card, I figured I have to try La Mer for the first time. So this is the La Mer Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation with 20 or SPF 20. And there's a lot of claims to it. Ultimately, it's for normal, dry, combo, oily skin. So really any type of skin that you have. And it offers medium coverage. Ultimately, go to the Sephora website if you really want to know the claims for this foundation, but apparently it's absolutely amazing. It wears really well. The reason why I want to try this foundation is that, as you all know, my go-to foundation is Giorgio Armani, but since my last video, I've actually changed a few things in my life. So I've come off birth control for various reasons, and I've been started on progesterone supplements. So since being on the progesterone, what I find is that my foundation doesn't last as long throughout the day because I'm more oily. I used to be very dry, especially because where I live in Ontario, we have, you know, long winters, and so I tend to be quite dry, but I'm super oily at this point. And it's, you know, I'm thinking it will go away soon considering it's November, but it hasn't at this time. So I'm just trying to see if there's another foundation that still has a dewy finish that will wear even longer. So with the sale, I couldn't say no to the La Mer. So I'm going to do a quick little review. It's currently about 3:30 in the afternoon, so I'm not going to actually have it on all that long. So my plan is that tomorrow I will also wear it and provide just kind of an update on how it wears after a few days, just to see if it lasts longer than the Giorgio Armani. That being said, I just want you to know that I'm neutral 22. Okay, I have to show you something. So this is actually amazing. So I am a very much, usually I get medium, like foundation for medium skin tones, and I always get neutral, okay? I'm pretty neutral, I'm not very yellow. I've actually self-tanned today just to see if I could match this better because it is a little bit darker and the lighter one's sold out, but I do self-tan, as you know, in the fall and winter, so hopefully it matches more my neck and body, but I gotta show you something, so just bear with me 1 second. I'm in my bedroom, this is not normally where I film, but I'm trying something different today. So I'm just gonna grab another foundation. Okay, so I am always neutral, and it's so funny. I sent a message once I got the shade for this La Mer. I sent a message to my friend saying, "Hey, I know why it's $150, which is absolutely insane." But okay, so I'm just gonna do a little line on my hand of the Giorgio Armani. So I have the medium and light medium, but neutral undertones. So those are those. Okay, those are those colors. So this is the medium. 5.5 Giorgio Armani for medium with neutral undertone, and that's the 5. So it's a light to medium with neutral undertones. Now watch this. I always find like they're like, oh, they're not very orange or they're not very yellow, blah, 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 blah. And then you get La Mer and you realize your foundations are actually very orange and yellow compared to this neutral, very neutral undertone of La Mer, which is over on this side, which is fascinating because all I ever want is like when I'm tanned, can I just get a makeup where it looks more brown like I'm tanned? Because that's ultimately how I tan in the summer. But they're never just brown or more tanned. Anyway, that's the La Mer. Those are the Giorgio Armanis, and you can totally see the difference in shades and the undertones, which is fascinating. So it kind of makes sense that that one would be more expensive since it's a much nicer, more natural undertone. Anyway, it has a very strong smell. The Giorgio Armanis do not have any scent, but this La Mer one has a really strong scent. So I just have to really wipe this off because I tend to use my hand to dip it. So give me 1 second. So I'm back. Sorry, I just had to get that off my hand. So this video is really just fast and makeshift. As you can see, my eyebrows are already on. I actually have some mascara on. I had to take my son to karate this morning, and I knew I wanted to do a video. So I was like, okay, what can I put on my face that would just still make me look less unattractive, because I don't like me al natural. And then we'll see, you know, I'll come back and do the video. Anyway, so there's 2 pumps of the La Mer, so it is slightly a lot more watery than what I'm used to. But let's just get this on my face and see how it turns out. I have no idea if it's going to be too dark or what. That's actually not too bad. And oh, the smell. It's a really nice smell. And I'm almost this is going to sound like I drank a lot, which maybe in my last videos we may have come to that conclusion that I sound like I drink more, but it smells wine-like to me. Ooh. Wow. Okay. That's actually really pretty. And I always go down my neck to blend, 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 blend. Nose. Do you know what's really funny is I've seen people wear makeup so many times. Like you know, it's one thing I look out for when I see people. And, you know, just seeing people sometimes I'm like, wow, their makeup, the undertone looks so good on them. Like it looks not orange, not yellow. It looks so natural. Why do they just look like they have beautiful, natural looking skin? Apparently, now I know what I need to do to have that more natural looking color. Wow, I really like this color. Interesting. I don't know, I can't comment on how it actually looks right now. And normally I'd get more under my eyes and it matches, I think it matches my neck pretty well. Like it looks pretty natural. So as you see, I have scars on my chin. That's because, well, with this progesterone issues and whatever else is going on lately, I just seem to be breaking out, so ignore those. They're slowly getting better since this progesterone, but it's been bad. So there's the foundation. It's not really, I thought it was going to be a lot more dewy looking, but it's not super dewy looking, but the color appears nice. It's very, they say it's medium coverage, and to me I don't actually find that's that medium. That looks more like a light coverage. I might have to build it. So I'm gonna do that, but just give me 1 second. Pause there, thinking that maybe my friend who lives on my street is messaging me because I know her kids need to go home at some point. So I see a message come. I'm like, oh shoot, maybe I'm missing the fact that they have to go home, but it wasn't her. Okay, so I literally just grabbed a little bit more because there's certain places that I want to build up. Like problem area, this is probably not going to be the best place to try to build up because I find like in here I do need some concealer, but I'm just going to try to build up some of the color around. I'm just trying to look at my, wow, guys, oh my god. So these are, my pores in here are pretty annoying at times, but let's see how they end up being once I do this. Okay, this is a really bad thing. Do you want to know why this is so bad? Because for $150, this is extreme. Like a foundation for $150. Do you know that you get like, how many foundations at the store can you get for that? That's insane. Now, that being said, okay, sorry about that. My phone totally just stopped working. Anyway, so the foundation is on. Oh, shoot. I didn't even blend it in. I put it on my forehead, and then my phone, I realized my camera died, and so it's been stuck in my forehead ever since. Okay, so foundation is on. It looks really good. The color I really love. Anyway, I'm going to finish my makeup. I'll come back on, give you a little heads up, and then I'll give you some idea of how it's wearing throughout the day. But you've all seen me do my makeup, so there's no need to do that, okay? So, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Makeup done. Remember, I'm just going to the grocery store and I literally just wanted to throw on some makeup just to see how this wears throughout the day in comparison to my Giorgio Armani. So, right from the get-go, I do have to tell you, the neutral shade is super neutral. I look like I'm literally just a tanned version of me. I love this color. This is honestly the best undertone, neutral undertone I've ever seen in any foundation. And the reason why I'm kind of looking like through you guys here is you're literally attached to a mirror. I don't know how it comes through, like literally behind me is my walkout from my bedroom. And so it's all natural light. So I don't know if there's on camera my face looks different than my body, but for the most part it looks pretty identical when I look at it myself through the mirror. I do find like I have KKW bronzing stick that I use to bronze up around, and as much as the foundation looks darker when I put it on my hand, I feel like it blends really well and it's not super dark when blended. So it actually works for me. In terms of just how this foundation looks on the skin, I'm going to be honest, I probably would say it's the best in terms of getting rid of my, I'm having a brain fart. Yes, my pores. Holy! Okay. Part of the reason why I'm actually on progesterone, because my memory is so bad lately. And we're wondering if there's a connection. Anyway, so word finding. That seems to be a thing that I'm doing lately. Anyway, my pores look amazing. They just look like washed out. The rest of my face, like, it's not super, I probably wouldn't say it's medium coverage. It's buildable for sure. But my scars still come through, but I like that. I like that natural look. Anyway, it's not as dewy as I thought it would be. I feel like it is probably less dewy than the Giorgio Armani, but let's see how it holds up over time. So I'm just gonna head out. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, gonna do some shopping. Eventually I'll check in. You'll see a little blurb or you know, me checking in every now and again. But I'll give you in the next few days a really rundown of this foundation, a really good rundown of this foundation, and let you know how it wears throughout the day. Hopefully it's good because the neutral undertone's fabulous, but the price is a little bit steep. And the husband doesn't know. And what he doesn't know won't kill him, right? Okay, anyway, see you later. Bye for now. Hey guys, so I'm actually doing a 6-hour check-in. It's currently 9:30 at night. And this makeup, oh my god, I am loving it. It is holding up so well. So my face is normally by this point like super shiny. I'm usually quite shiny in the T-zone. And yeah, I have a little bit of shine on my nose, but I've been actually really busy. So in the last 6 hours, I've been grocery shopping. I've made a bunch of pizzas for my son and his friends. I've done art projects or crafts with them. Just a bunch of things, and this makeup's holding up really well. So in here, my pores are looking just flawless. My face looks flawless, and as much as the color looks a bit choppy in certain places, it actually doesn't. I think it's just the light right now. But overall, I find this makeup actually probably the most natural makeup that I've had in a long time. It really, when they say it, you know, I've heard so many claims that it looks like skin. And the reality is it actually does look like skin. I asked my husband what he thought of the color, the tone or the shade, because often you know, even with the other ones, and they claim to be neutral, I told him that this is more neutral and showed him. Anyway, he said, you know, he hasn't left me alone all night, which is a good sign, I guess, but he keeps saying that it looks great, that my makeup looks great. And I don't think this camera does any justice. This is just my cell phone. It's nothing major, but I just want to do a quick check-in to say it is holding up really well. It's been 6 hours and it feels good on the face. It doesn't even feel like I'm wearing much makeup, and it doesn't feel tacky or like it's transferring when I touch it, or yeah, it's held up completely all day for the last 6 hours. Anyway, that's really good. I think that's actually better at this point than my Giorgio lately. Okay, well, I'll let you know if I do another check-in, great. If not, I will be wearing it for the next couple of days, and then I'll do a little review by the end and sum it all up in a few sentences for you guys. Okay, see you later. Bye for now. Hey guys, so I'm just testing out the La Mer foundation for another day. I'm just about to leave to go to work. It is currently about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll check in tonight after my long day to let you know how it wears, but this is the look in the before I go. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty matte with a little bit of dewiness to it, but ultimately it has good coverage, and this is only with 2 pumps of it. Okay, so I will check in later on. Bye for now. Are you the lights on now? Okay, so I'm just checking in. It's the end of the day. It's actually 6:45, and I've had my makeup on since, oh, it's been at least 12 hours now. I've had this foundation on, and it has held up really well. So of course I'm a little bit, you know, oily. My T-zone's always my problem area, but it's not as oily as I have been lately with my Giorgio, my go-to. It wears really nice. I put my hand like this often through the day, and still it is on and looks good. So ultimately, good wear. Not too oily, doesn't wear down too much. How do I look? I'm asking my husband and he's not answering. He just gave me a thumbs up. Anyway, I'm in comfy clothes. I'm just done for the day, so it's okay, but it's a really good foundation.